ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
We have to resist. I'm going to talk a little bit about this government takedown by the president of the United States and his regime. But I wanted yesterday to talk about what was going on in the WNBA as kind of an avatar or a gateway into how you resist. Now, this league has historically fought against this injustice during the summer of even before the summer of George Floyd. I bring up Maya Moore, who gave up her career to fight for a man that was wrongfully incarcerated, which black men are disproportionately exonerated for crimes they didn't commit because they're disproportionately policed in this country, because this country is rooted in policing black bodies. This is the foundation of this country's foundings. But she gave up her entire career, and she was a superstar at UConn, a superstar in the league, and was fighting injustice and gave up her career. But during the summer of George Floyd, those ladies were out in the street. Matter of fact, they wore T-shirts. They were the first, before the NBA put on, I Can't Breathe T-shirts. The women of the WNBA were out there fighting that cause. And they had one of the owners, I'm putting up air quotes because you don't own people, one of the owners of the WNBA team in Georgia, Kelly Loeffler, was running for Senate. And she told them that they couldn't protest, and they made sure that not only did she not win that election, and I think Raphael Warnock ended up winning that seat in Georgia, but she had to give up her damn team. Them ladies like, we're not playing for her. We're not playing. We will not play. And the other ladies on the other teams were in alignment, because that's what that looks like. And it was my dream, just one any given Sunday, that the NFL men would have the fortitude and the courage and all of the, I want to say other things, the mettle, the character to say no in the face of injustice. These ladies were like, yeah. And partially because they didn't have a whole lot to lose, because they weren't being paid a whole lot. So they were like, we're not getting paid enough for us to sit, to show up. Which for some of us right now are in a situation where we are losing our income and our livelihood. They can't take your soul. This is the time you stand up. And now that the league is prosperous and there's millions of dollars that are coming through, these ladies still are not bowing to ridiculousness. And I'm like, this has to be the way forward. So I had a clip from Napheesa Collier. She's a player. I think she's also a player rep. Amazing basketball player, but an even more amazing young woman who is not having it. And she was embroiled in this. There was a referee situation where she was fouled, or maybe not fouled, but she ended up getting injured. She plays for the Minnesota Lynx, and so she's on crutches or whatever, and her foot is in a boot. But she took to the mic 2 days ago and blasted the commissioner of the WNBA. So I'd rather you just hear what she had to say. Play it.
Thank you all for your time today. I have prepared a statement that I would like to make before taking any questions. All right. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media. Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's Unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating, and it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. I've finally grown tired. For too long, I have tried to have these conversations in private, but it's clear there is no intention of accepting there's a problem. The league has made it clear it isn't about innovation, it isn't about collaboration, it's about control and power. I've earned this platform and I've paid the price to get here, and now I have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the fans and everyone in this league that deserves better. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Napheesa Collier, I play this because I think there is a model to be observed. So Kathy Engelbert is the head of the WNBA. She is the league's president. And she did negotiate a $200 million a season media rights deal. And that money's not trickling down the way the players believe it should, because here's the deal. You have no media rights deal without the players on the court. You have no media rights deal without the players on the court. The players allowed you to make that deal. You didn't make that deal because you were pretty, sassy, smart, sexy, none of the things. You made that deal, Kathy Engelbert, because of the players on that court. Conversely, you can't run a country of 327 plus million people who don't like how you're governing. See, the relationship, we the people, these athletes are the people. I said this about football. If just only the black players decided on any given Sunday not to show up, the league would have to capitulate to whatever their demands are. They tried to bring in what they call scabs in previous iterations. It didn't work then, and it wouldn't work now in any sport. And it will also work in this country, as we're finding, like when we withhold our dollars. what happens? This is not rocket science. It's simple math. And kudos to Napheesa Collier, because her husband is one of the founders and he is the executive of the 3-on-3 women's basketball league called Unrivaled. She's got an option. She doesn't have to play for the WNBA. Napheesa Collier can play for her husband's league, which is actually very successful. And that's why she knows how, when money comes in, how players should be treated, what it looks like when players are treated well. By the way, her husband was also a trainer. He trained Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gigi, and also Carmelo Anthony. And he's in this space. So she has, what you saw was what freedom looked like. I'm going to get up here and talk about this lady who technically is my boss, but now the actual construct is I'm the talent. We are the talent, and when we stick together, there's no recourse for y'all. So guess what the women are doing? Sticking together. Aja Wilson, arguably the best player in the WNBA, arguably the best player, bar none, the last few seasons in the WNBA, she got up and backed Napheesa Collier today. Play that clip.
Had an opportunity to listen to Fee. And I just want to say I was honestly disgusted by the comments that Kathy made. But at the same time, I'm very appreciative that we have people like Fee in our committee of our Players Association representing us, because that's what we're going to have to continue to make the push to stand on what we believe in. And I'm grateful to have those type of people be able to continue to speak up for us. And I'm gonna ride with Fee always, because she knows, obviously she's a business girly and she has her own stuff going on. But moving forward, we got to continue to stand on business as we talk about this CBA negotiation.
The negotiation, standing on business, October 31st. I think they're going to get what they want. I also think Kathy Engelbert will probably have to step down.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will